As August was mentioning, we're based out of Vancouver, Canada, with cap rates at 1 to 2%. Now, which is California times two, essentially. Now, let's talk to us about the cap rates compressing in the US and how do you see this affecting the multifamily syndication world?
So yeah, so cap rates have been on a secular compression for, I don't know, probably the last 40 years almost. And they've generally followed interest rates. And so if you look at interest rates, they peaked in the 80s and then they've just been on a steady decline. I mean, yeah, they have cycles, but that cycle is still a general downward trend, and cap rates have followed suit. Another really big thing that happened with real estate, especially multifamily, is the inclusion of real estate in institutional investment. So, like if you were to survey pension funds in America in 1990 and ask them what their allocation to real estate was, it was like 5% of their portfolio. But today, it's probably 25%. So all this new money has just been flowing and flowing and flowing to real estate, and that flow of funds drives down cap rates. So we've seen secular shifts in cap rates over time due to interest rates and due to global flows of capital. And in between, while all these major mega trends are happening over decades, there's these little ups and downs. Like we had 2008, which was a big up and down, right? That was a big down. And even like if you zoom into a micro market, like in our market of Houston, with the oil crash in 2014, Houston had a little recession and cap rates went up. So there's all these little ups and downs, but the big trend is downward. And so right now we're at a period where cap rates do feel very low and compressed. And so you wouldn't be crazy if you thought that cap rates were going to go up just a tiny bit in the next few years, because there's some upward pressure on interest rates right now due to inflation expectations because of all the fiscal and monetary stimulus. But at the end of the day, we're still continuing along this mega trend of downward cap rates. So that's kind of my zoomed in and zoomed out take on that trend.